Heritage.org, join it today. And Jim, I'm so glad you raised this article you recently wrote, because as we are and have been for months now in this morass of an election, it's so interesting that we just focus on ourselves, on our side and the other side. But there's a whole other vector, there's a whole other environment. Talk to us about your piece in which you talk about other nations' relationship and reaction and the factors that they play into when it comes to our election.
Yeah, this was in I think it ran in Fox News yesterday. The world's most vociferous poll watchers are our adversaries, because they know that elections make a difference. So I just kind of ran the table on the big guys. The Russians care the least.
Interesting.
And the reason for that is Putin has no place to go. You know, he is going nowhere in Ukraine, nowhere in Georgia. He's bogged down in Syria. Very expensive to just hang on in the country. Nowhere in Libya. He's got trouble in his own backyard. Armenia and Azerbaijan are at war. He's got problems in Belarus. He's got problems internally. He doesn't have a lot of cards to play. And so he pretends to be the puppet master, and he torques. Oh, I'm throwing it to Biden. No, I think I want Trump. And it's all just,
it's just talk.
It's just a big game. I mean, he's dangerous. Like, you would never walk into a room with a bag of a bag of hamburgers and turn your back on a cannibal. He's dangerous that way. But he can't.
He's not a big player. He's not a big player.
The Iranians are probably the most enthusiastic. They think that Biden's just going to come back in
and JCPOA and billions of dollars.
Literally plane loads of cash. Will be like the Berlin airlift will be brief. But you know that it sounds a lot easier than you think. You know, first of all, you say we're going to go back to the Iran deal. What are you going to do about all the cheating?
Yeah.
Are you really going to let them do arms sales, really, and buy arms? You're really going to do that? You get all the countries that just normalized relations with Israel in order to push back on Iran. You're just going to ignore them.
Right.
You're going to give them plane loads of cash so they can give them to the Houthis and the Hamas, and so.
Right.
So I don't know if that's going to be the honeymoon everybody thinks it is. North Korea. I think there's a 50-50 shot North Korea will make a deal if Trump gets reelected.
No more games.
If Biden gets reelected, they will poke him like an ant, by the fire, just to see, what they can.
Rocket launches, Sea of Japan.
We'll do some tests. We'll do some, they will screw them just to see what they can get away with. China's got a lot of cards to play. If you listen to the latest meeting of the Chinese plan, it's very clear that they realize that this just kind of unrestrained global expansion is not happening, right? BRI's literally dead. People hate them. Their new mantra is, we're going to focus on consolidating control internally, building up our economy with domestic production and consumption, and developing everything we need internally. So
the president's policies have managed to put a break on that.
Yeah,
on
actually,
expansion.
They worked. No, but they've got a lot of cards to play.
Yeah.
So, with a Biden, would they, try something different or improvise? I don't know. So that's this election really makes a difference. We say this all the time. I don't care who you vote for. I'm not political, but people say I'm voting on healthcare. I'm voting on taxes. You are voting on foreign policy, whether you want to or not. Whoever you vote for, they are the commander in chief. They are the world's leading statesman. Your vote will decide that.
There was, I believe, a senator from the state of Illinois who said elections have consequences. Your vote makes a difference. Listen to this man, follow him, and join the Heritage Foundation today. Jay Carafano on Twitter, heritage.org. And understand our enemies. That's his latest article for Fox News. This is America First on the Salem Radio Network.